just a gorgeous sight. I don't get tired of it, and I love it. The road that I live on is very beautiful. Lots of beautiful trees and lots of colors. And I was driving home from a soccer game last night, and I thought, I wonder if the colors are more vibrant in the afternoon because it was beautiful. It was beautiful during the soccer game. I did not do a recording during the soccer game. I just kind of enjoyed the game. It was a very good game. The kids played, I'm just thinking of making sure I have everything I need to go to work. But they played a great game. They played against one of the harder teams in the group of teams that we play. And the other team got one goal, and we kind of got a goal, but it was ruled out because there was some charging toward the goalie, I guess. So it was not counted. So that was a bummer. So in one way it was 1-1, in another way the official score was 1-0. But it was a fun game to watch. Our team did a great job, and they passed the ball, and it was really fun. So today I am also thinking of the folks in Helene. I don't know how to say this storm. Helene. I think I call it Helena. Yeah, probably. So anyway, it was a very, very tragic storm, and some of the videos are getting out on YouTube and such about the stories of tragedy that occurred, and I'm sure we'll be in prayer for these people for many years even to come. It's going to be an impact for years. So so I was just thinking about all of the different aspects of the storm. I watched a story of a woman who survived, but she had climbed up onto her roof of her house with her parents and her 7-year-old son. And unfortunately, the house collapsed, and the other 3 members of her family were taken in the floods, and she survived to tell the story. And it was quite a story. Yeah. I can't even imagine living after that. But the story that she told was that Jesus' strength got her through. And she said that her son, at 7 years old, called out to Jesus. He knew that Jesus would help him. And Jesus brought him home. And that's our hope, that we all know that one day we will leave this earth. And our hope is Jesus. And, we hope that we're going to live a long life and die of natural causes. But there are lots of tragedies that happen too. And I was thinking of many of the children's songs that we sing through in Sunday school, and how those songs and their truths can get us through. And I think of the song, Jesus Loves Me, This I Know, for the Bible tells me so. In this world of people that, there are lots of mean people in this world. And how do we make it through? How do we get through the hard times? Is knowing that Jesus loves us. And this world is full of beauty, like we see in the leaves and all of the amazing sights that we have to enjoy. Like right now, we have fluffy skies. The weather is 50 degrees. The leaves are changing every day. They're a little bit more colorful. That's why I wanted to make these videos, because I just wanted to record the progression coming up to a group of trees that is very colorful right now. And all of these things are special, and yet all of a sudden we get blindsided with a tragedy. And it's just a reminder that this world is full of disappointment, and heartache, and trouble. But I have to say that the times that I was in church even, singing the old hymns and just talking about the Lord, are the times of peace and the times of contentment and strength. And so today I'm just reflecting on, how do we get through knowing that there's trouble here, there's trouble there. We have an election coming up. We have people just, shouting at each other. My way is the best way. No, my way is the best way. Just like we're toddlers in a nursery. And really, we don't know. We really don't know from day to day what's going to happen. And we can make plans, and we can try to think we know what's going to happen, but there might be a monkey wrench thrown in there somewhere at any point in time. And so what gets us through is knowing that the creator of this world is ultimately in control. And people might try to wreck this world. They might want to break our spirit. They might want to show us who's boss. But ultimately, God himself is the boss. And we have to stand with our conscience clear, knowing we've done all we can do for God. So that's my words of wisdom for the day as you enjoy the beautiful scenery. Is think back on your childhood songs. I think about Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. I think of B-I-B-L-E. And maybe you're watching this and you're not sure about the Bible. There's many miraculous stories that prove the Bible is a miracle of its own. And the words in it are for us to read and learn and meditate on their truth, and try not to go with the truth that comes to you, but to think beyond best we could